Okay guys, so something that you have seen in the thumbnail, simply Kaspa Indexer, a high performance Kaspa PostgreSQL indexer implemented in Rust. And guys, I don't want to bore you with that because that knowledge is a little bit too technical, but basically big news because Kaspa Indexer is here and it works with 10 BPS testnet. So basically, to my understanding, based on what I've just read, 10 BPS is already here. But well, on this Kaspa Indexer, right, we need it just in general on the network. As far as my understanding goes. Anyways, Luke posted this. So, proof of work, born to fight spam, perfected to power the future. Cynthia Dwork and Moni Noor first introduced the concept of proof of work in 1992 in their paper Pricing. While the term came later, their idea wasn't about cryptocurrency, it was designed to combat email spam. How it worked? Imagine charging 0.001 cent for every email, not as real money, but as a tiny computational puzzle. Solving the puzzle before sending an email ensures the sender is serious, blocking spammers and blah blah blah. Guys, so basically they are saying how Kaspa is great and they are comparing this, well, Luke is basically comparing it to BTC, right? So BTC miners solve hash puzzles using SHA-256, adding random data nonsense to transaction blocks until the hash meets the target, like starting with zeros. Solving it, trillions of attempts, verifying it, instant. So now enter Kaspa currency, rewriting what's possible with proof of work. Kaspa's proof of work, key heavy hash, a modern algorithm built on KeySac SHA-3, it solves the same cryptographic puzzles but balances computational effort with memory enhancing efficiency, right? So we all know that Kaspa obviously is efficient. Guys, I wanted to post this because obviously that's something fresh that I have found for you on X, posted by Mr. Luke, so definitely give it a try. You can actually screenshot and read the whole thing. And now guys, we've got another Kaspa report, so listen to that. And of course we are going to get into the charts. So Kaspa ownership is becoming more decentralized over time. This chart shows the charge in circulating supply percentage over time by wallet size, similar to the accumulation chart posted yesterday. This chart indicates that circulating supply is generally increasing among smaller wallets and decreasing among larger wallets, even as all wallet categories are not accumulators of Kaspa. To reiterate, this chart does not show what whales and sharks are dumping supply onto smaller wallets, as very category is in net accumulator of Kaspa. Whales and sharks are merely losing circulating supply dominance over the time to smaller wallets, which indicates that wealth is distributing effectively in the Kaspa economy. Guys, so I believe that this is very bullish. So basically, whales are not accumulating as fast as small holders, right? But what does it mean if small holders are accumulating, basically faster at sometimes, I believe? That means that Kaspa is basically distributed, let's say, evenly, okay? So that basically decreases the probability of whales having more of the supply and dumping on this, okay? I believe that it's much easier to become a whale in Kaspa rather than in BTC, of course. And now guys, from the bullish news about BTC, we've got Japanese public company MetaPlanet that has acquired 619.7 Bitcoin for 9.9 billion Japanese won. Guys, this is obviously big. They are coming out every now and then and they are purchasing huge amounts of BTC. That's definitely bullish. Now we've got Mr. House of Crypto speaking about BTC. By the way, big shout out to the dude, great channel. Bitcoin retesting 0.618 Fibonacci extension zone paired with terrible sentiment across social media for crypto, and it's easy to understand why the next most likely move is up. Guys, so usually it is like that, right? Nobody was interested into BTC when BTC was at, let's say, 20 grand, right? Not mentioning about 15,800, which was the bottom during this cycle. And same as now, people aren't interested now when BTC basically dropped from 108 or so to 95. And can it dip even lower? Well, I believe so, but we are going to get into that a bit later. So guys, I believe that now is definitely the time to kind of, scoop up BTC if you are still interested in BTC. Anyways, we've got got Titan of Crypto regarding our beloved altcoin, so better listen up. We've got Titan of Crypto saying that extreme high volatility hasn't even kicked in, yet some are already calling the end of the alts bull market. January 2025 might be when the real fireworks begin. Well, guys, this is definitely the truth, right? Looking at this extreme high volatility indicator that basically signals, well, pink, red-ish, whatever color, we can see that this is basically time to, you know, sell crypto, or at least offload your profits, right? Just like in here. And in this particular case, guys, this is where we are. Okay, let me actually zoom it in a little bit, so you see that we haven't even, you know, smashed through this horizontal line that basically belongs to this extreme high volatility indicator. And I believe that we still have some time for our altcoins and of course Kaspa to pump. But if that wouldn't be enough, guys, Quantum posted this: Ethereum is a real underdog of this cycle. No hype, no interest, except massive accumulation. So guys, you see what happened to Ethereum last cycle. Let me zoom it in a little bit, and we can see how the accumulation graph was, well, slowly grinding towards the upside. And you see what's going on with Ethereum right now, and the price still haven't responded. Guys, I don't want to accuse, you know, any lizard people or anybody basically manipulating the market, but you know, I'm pretty sure that there is a reason why markets still haven't pumped that much. And of course, I'm not talking only about Jerome Powell, right? We still have a little bit of time, but I do believe that it's definitely much better to be in crypto rather than out of crypto. Well, if it comes to your potential questions, guys, I haven't sold anything, okay? I'm waiting for the run of 2025. But anyways, let's move on, because we've got this altcoin season starts in 2-3 days, according to Mr. Crypto Rover. Of course, this guy probably meant not financial advice, which I'm actually telling you guys, but you know, based on what happened last Christmas, if it comes to market dominance for BTC on a weekly, we basically saw that we had, well, this pump if it comes to the dominance, right, into the Christmas, and then boom, right? So we've got this similar scenario at the moment. Let me actually go in here. So you see, guys, we had the pump, then we had the dip, and then the last pump, and then the proper dip for the dominance, right? So we had the dump in here, then we had the recovery, which was the pullback for altcoins, and potentially that can go even a little bit higher, whatever, and then hopefully BTC is going to drop to levels of, let's say, 30 something, 40, whatever. But this is going to be the time when, you know, Kaspa is going to be flying, and many other alts, of course. Do you remember when I was talking about 1 hourly and how important it is, at least from the standpoint of short time frame, for our beloved Kaspa to stabilize in this area? And at the moment, well, we have the first candle that basically stabilized above level of 12 cents 05 to be exact. Okay, we do have some selling pressure, we do have to be aware of that. Obviously that's just a small time frame, but that's definitely bullish. Okay, so guys, the first thing that we have to anticipate, well, let me draw a very simple downtrend in here. Well, actually that already happened, so we can clearly see that Kaspa already broke this downtrend with confirmations, well, here, well, and here. Obviously there was a breakout, however we had a retest, and now, guys, well, that could potentially be a double top, but that's only hourly. So let's have a look at liquidity. But before we are going to look at that, actually, let's have a look at some bigger time frames, and let's see if we can find any significant pattern on Kaspa's time frame, guys. So at the moment, what I'm seeing in here is the slow grind towards the upside. It doesn't look like, you know, it's bearish. Obviously we had this shakiness in here, but well, that looks like Kaspa's price wants to be stabilized, let's say. Okay, so let's go to the daily time frame, guys. Let's see what's going on from the standpoint of the daily. Okay, so the daily candle is basically telling me that, well, we could either dip towards the downside or upside, okay, because we've got strong pressure from the bulls basically trying to push the price of Kaspa towards the upside, and we also have bears selling. Okay, so let's see how this daily candle is going to close for Kaspa. If that daily candle is going to close above this white line, which is well, roughly 12 cents area, that is going to be definitely bullish from the standpoint of short time frame. But I would like to remind to everybody that stochastic RSI bottomed out properly, and we have some volume coming in back to Kaspa. Let's actually have a look at MACD. Let's see what's going on if it comes to MACD. So guys, if it comes to MACD, Well, we do have a probability, let's say, of this thing flipping sooner or later, hopefully, right? I mean, these pinkish colors are basically signaling that the volume is a bit lower, right? Well, that negative volume. So we could potentially assume that this is going to be reversing. This is something that we have to anticipate as well. Then it's just a search of liquidity, in my personal humble opinion, until more money is going to be flowing into crypto, meaning Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's why I've showed you that Ethereum chart, okay, because that's very important. Basically, Ethereum pumping towards the upside is going to ignite that altcoin rally that we are all waiting for, okay, the path to alt season. Anyways, guys, let's have a look at liquidity. So looking at BTC on a daily, everybody is shorting now on a daily. Let's have a look at 7 days, all of the exchanges. So everybody is shorting BTC. Okay, so let's have a look at the heat map at the moment, guys. So if it comes to the heat map, well, we have liquidity in here. Well, I believe it should be a little bit more here because everybody was shorting. Well, if the price is going to go towards the upside, 33 million of shorts are going to be liquidated. And if price is going to go towards 93, 46 mil is going to be liquidated basically of this market. So now we know that most likely BTC is going to take another dive to at least grab this liquidity to 93,500. And how Kaspa is going to react to this? Well, very good question. Anyways, let's have a look at Kaspa's liquidity, and let's see Binance. Okay, so well, let's say that market is even for Kaspa at the moment. At least we've got 737,000 worth of shorts versus 760, so almost the same. But now let's have a look at all of the exchanges for 7 daily to actually see if, you know, we are still maintaining the same level of liquidity as yesterday. So we've got 7.9 million worth of shorts for our beloved Kaspa. Let's have a look at Kaspa Binance, let's say 12 hourly first. Let's start with a very short time frame. So we've got significant levels of liquidity at level 11 cents 4. Another one is at 11 cents 3, and then the lowest one, or at least at this chart, is at 11 cents 1. So let's have a look, guys. Just in case if Kaspa is going to dip lower to 11 cents 1, let's see where this is going to take our beloved Kaspa. Okay, 11 cents 1. So that is going to be a dip of 7.5% roughly, which is also going to coincide with this level of a support. Okay, and now guys, let's have a look at BTC's dominance, right? Because that's very important. Okay, so what's very good on 1 hourly at least is that, well, BTC has reached this level again on yesterday, 22nd of December, and at the moment we are experiencing a downtrend. Okay, could this be a bull flag or something like this? Well, potentially it could. Okay, it's also a downtrend at the moment, so let's see how this thing is going to behave. All right, let's actually have a look at the daily time frame. So guys, daily time frame is still showing us that, you know, overall bearishness, right? Because we've got well, MACD kind of trying to flatten out. If it comes to that, that's very well bearish, but in this case bullish for altcoins, and stochastic RSI being in here. And now guys, if I'm going to zoom these candles in, we can see that, you know, both of them are white, which means that on your chart probably they are going to be red. Okay, so we've got you know, another confirmation on a daily that this is rejection from this level of that overall model of rising wedge, which is definitely a bullish thing for our beloved altcoins. And now guys, let's have a look at USDT dominance, because this thing is annoying the crap out of me, to being honest with you, but obviously we do have to wait. So guys, the dominance of USDT got rejected at 4.37. okay, that's on a daily. All right, so the stochastic RSI is in here, and that overall momentum most likely is going to dip, same as BTC's dominance. So looking at 4 hourly, guys, what we see in here is that we do have a downtrend. So basically USDT dominance is putting lower lows, which is definitely good and bullish for our beloved altcoins. Let's see how this thing is going to roll in the next 24 hours. But now guys, for the people that are asking why Kaspa isn't pumping, why everything else isn't pumping as it should, well, looking at overall market on a daily, we do have a little bit of a recovery. It looks definitely better than it was yesterday. Nonetheless guys, let's have a look at total 3. So that's everything excluding BTC and ETH. Okay, let me zoom it out to the weekly time frame, and you see guys what's going on the weekly time frame, right? So we are basically, I believe, in here. Okay, so after that move, after that pullback or whatever that basically happened in here in the previous cycle, altcoins saw how many percent? They saw 152%. They basically went from 378 billion to 940. But obviously we do have a lot of altcoins now, so we do have, let's say, predictions of a top at roughly 2.95 trillion, but that's of course excluded BTC and Ethereum. Now guys, looking at others where our Kaspa is, this is what's going on. Okay, so I believe that now this retest was, well, normal and healthy. Let's say we could be worried if altcoins will be in here, or let's say this level, right? But I believe that, you know, retesting this level as a support is definitely nothing that's bad, right? So we can clearly see, let me actually go back to this chart, we can clearly see that altcoins, excluding top 10, haven't even reached its previous all-time highs. Okay, so guys, once we are going to smash through this level of a resistance of previous all-time highs, I believe that this is where the fireworks for Kaspa and everything's will happen. So I guess patience is key. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Peace and love, crypto. And by the way, Merry Christmas, everybody.